Hey everybody, Injury Illustrated. We are on chapter 17, and this is titled Interpreting Radiology and Images Establish Facts. And this is about why it is critical if there are X-rays, MRIs, CTs taken in your client's case, you must request that imaging. Do not assume that what is in the medical report is correct. And please, please, please make sure you look or you have someone like me have your medical illustrator look at all the imaging, see what they've omitted, see what they've included, and see what else is actually there. Like those are the facts, black and white facts in your client's imaging that can tell you more than the written record. This chapter has some really nice illustrations. Has another one in here. This is a really good lesson on how to use radiology. The feet are actually up here. It's an excellent tip and trick on how to work the radiology and the anatomical terminology into your storytelling of the injury and the damages. Has another illustration in it. Talks about the capabilities of what you can do with the radiology imaging to create visuals you never even thought were possible. So I'm going to read a paragraph and I am going to call out a colleague, shout out. Trial lawyer Rachel Montes says, to visualize is to materialize. I think of this each time a radiology image reveals a fact that is found nowhere else in the medical record. For example, a surgeon stated in his op report that he was suspicious he had cut the common bile duct with his first surgical clip, which is a big no-no, obviously, when you remove the gallbladder. The surgeon's operation report read that he had asked radiology to come in at this time after he placed one clip. He asked radiology to come in at this time and do a fluoroscopy study of the hepatic system, which is called an ERCP, which is an endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography. It's just the ERCP. That's all you need to know. So he stated that with the knowledge from the ERCP, he knew that he had made an error. He went on to remove the gallbladder and send the patient to a liver specialist. This is what he says in his op report. The follow-up CT report, post-op, listed 8 post-operative surgical clips remaining inside the patient. During the repair procedure, the second liver surgeon also identified 8 surgical clips, including one on the right hepatic artery. Once I received the radiology, so at this point, I'm assuming the exact same thing as the attorneys. We are assuming that what the surgeon said in his operation report is correct, that he placed one clip, was very suspicious that it was in the wrong place, called in radiology, did a study, then he went ahead and removed the gallbladder and transferred the patient, which he puts in his op report and signs in his op report. And we all know that post-operatively and in the second surgery, there were 8 clips. So you would assume he posted one, he makes a surgical clip in the wrong place. He calls for the ERCP, then he places additional clips in the surgery and then passes the client on. So I request the ERCP because no one else wanted to look at it. They didn't know what it was. They didn't care about it. They assumed everything else was correct. I was like, no, we want to see the ERCP because the ERCP will show the size and the shape and the position of the gallbladder because when they did the ERCP, the gallbladder was still inside the body. So When I get the ERCP shows all 8 clips and no gallbladder, meaning the ERCP was requested after the operation was complete. An interesting lie in the original operation report that would not have been exposed without review of the actual images. And so, does it change anything in the damage for the client? No, he still messed up. He still did whatever he did. They still had to have a liver replacement, a transplant. But when you know that they lied in the op report, how does that change your your flow of questioning in the deposition of that defendant's surgeon? So please, Injury Illustrated, understand why it is very important to request all of your radiology. Thanks.